Damn, this sister said I just got in a bad argument yesterday with one of my Mexican friends. She asked why wasn't we being deported back to Africa? Because Black Americans are the only demographic of people in the United States who are non-deportable. We're the only ones that are not migrants. Let that sink in. And I'm not directing that towards you, sister. You already know what's going on. But a lot of those folks are confused. I mean, if we're really Africans and we really come from Africa, then why have they never tried to deport us to Africa? Let's talk about it.
I or no other black person will ever be deported. Only place I'm going is to my actual address and laying down in my bed. Not ever worried about ICE coming to get me. Ever.
African Americans built this nation. We built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation.
Really wondering why Black Americans are not getting deported? Really? See, that just goes to show y'all don't know anything about our history, baby, because we only been here for 80, 90 generations. Black folks, we built this nation on the backs of our ancestors. What you mean why we not getting deported? Huh? We only been here since the 18th century, even longer before then, even during the 17th century. We built the White House. We built everything. We built the economy here. We are the reason why this nation stands strong even into this day. Where they going to deport us? Where they going to take us to? We already home. What, they're going to deport us to Virginia? North Carolina? No, we already home. We not going nowhere, for those of you all guys were wondering. Sorry for bursting your bubble.
I love when immigrants comes on underneath my comments and say, oh, you're next. First of all, you need to go learn your history. And that is why we don't like you. And you don't like us, and that's great. You don't even take the time to learn our history. And you don't even know that if it wasn't for our 14th Amendment, you would not be able to come over here, have babies, and gain birthright citizenship for your children. And we're the reasons why you were able to even come over here and get a green card, set up shop, and send money back to your family. Why do you flee? Why can't you build in your own country? And then you want to say, oh, we come to America for opportunities. Why do you leave your country to come over here and do that? Answer that. We are the strongest ethnic group in the U.S. that can't be touched. We're the only ones where if a news anchor says the N-word, they're getting canceled. They're getting fired. They're losing their income over a black person. You're mad. We can't be touched. You're upset. We can't be touched. The amendment has been enacted for us, not for you, baby.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm just gonna say it. Black Americans can't be deported, y'all. There's a guy in my comments on one of the videos that I have, and he is insistent on saying that we can be deported. He went into the comments and said, you're next. First us, then you. That type of fear-mongering doesn't really work, A. And B, we can't be deported, okay? Hope that helps, right? I think he's upset about the TPS, being terminated. Where are they going to deport me back to? Mississippi? Memphis? Y'all gotta relax. It's not happening. I know you want us to be immigrants. Some of you really want us to be immigrants, but we're not. We're the original people here, so that's not gonna happen, sir. You sound crazy, okay? But I do wish you all the best, okay? And so stop doing that talking point. That's a silly one, okay?
I just seen a video on here where African girl is on here saying, oh, well, ICE is now deporting Black Americans. Where the fuck is they gonna deport us to, bitch? They gonna deport me back to St. Louis where my daddy from, bitch? They want it to be us so bad. They're not after us. See, we've been fighting these motherfuckers for generations and generations. They can't send us anywhere. Okay? It's nowhere for them to send us. This is our land just as much as it is theirs. We built this motherfucker. Didn't you hear what Trump said? It's us. The fuck is y'all talking about? And truly, we was here before them. y'all want to get on here and talk shit about us. And then turn around and ask us to unite with you guys. If we probably gonna unite with any fucking body, it'll probably be the Mexicans. Duh. And stop saying that I'm African. I'm not African. My ancestors are Cherokee and Choctaw Indians. You know, with the feathers. That's me. That's us. But it's okay. Y'all don't have to drag us into y'all bullshit. I mean, we get it. Trump is doing a damn fool on everybody. But at the end of the day, why y'all gotta pull us in it? They can't send us nowhere. Where they gonna send me to? Where's they gonna send us to? They gonna send my brother back to goddamn Chicago? I mean, what is going on?
Hello guys, my name is Judith and you're welcome back to my channel. Guys, I need you to listen to me on this one because this issue is serious. I just watched this video about Haitians, Black Americans, and they fight over immigration and temporary protected status. And honestly, it left me thinking. Because we are watching Black people argue with each other while Haitian families are facing a very uncertain future. I understand that there is history here. I understand that many Black Americans feel like they have been fighting their own battle for generations and sometimes feel that other communities do not stand with them. But at the same time, we have to ask ourselves a bigger question. Who benefits when Black people are fighting each other? Who benefits when Black people are fighting each other? Look at the system that is creating this problem. There's a bigger than Haitians versus Black Americans. This is about families, immigrations, racism, politics, and the way people in power can use division to keep communities fighting. So today, let's talk about it. In today's commentary, first of all, let me be honest. There is real frustration on both sides. Black Americans have a long history in this country. We are not talking about slavery, segregation, discrimination, policy, inequality, and generations of equal fighting just to be treated fairly. So when some Black America says, where were you when we were fighting? We can simply ignore that feeling. People have a right to talk about their experience. But here is where I think we need to be careful. Haitians are also Black people. They have their own history, their own struggles, and their own reasons for coming to America. Haitian has gone through political instability, natural disasters, poverty, violence, and serious economic problems. Many Haitian families came to the United States looking for safety and a better future. Some have been here for years. They have children who were raised here. They work here. They go to school here. They have built communities here. So when immigration protection are threatened, this isn't just some political argument on television. These are real families wondering what happened next. And that is why I don't think Black Americans and Haitian Americans should allow politicians or social media to turn this into a war between us. Because think about it. While we are arguing with each other online, who is actually making the immigration policies? Is it not your Haitian neighbor? Is it not the Black American family living next door? It is politicians and government institutions making decisions that can completely change people's lives. And that is why I believe we have to look at the bigger picture. Division has always been powerful. If you can convince poor people to blame other poor people, they stop why the system is making it so difficult for everyone to survive. If you can make Black Americans angry at Haitian immigrants, you don't have to answer questions about immigration reform. If you can make Haitians angry at Black America, you don't have to answer questions about racism and inequality. Everybody is fighting, and the people at the top get to sit back and watch. That bothered me the most. We don't have to pretend that Black Americans and Haitian America have exactly the same history. They don't. But having different histories does not mean we have to become enemies. Black America have their history. Haitian America have their history. Caribbean people have their history. African immigrants have their history. But there is still a large Black diaspora, connecting many of their stories. And Haitian itself has an incredible importance place in Black America or Black history. The Haitians revolutions become one of the most important.
On TikTok, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a wonderful day. But check this out. Man, I noticed something with this deportation thing. I just couldn't figure it out. I said it in my video, but I just never thought about it. These people keep saying we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported. They projecting because we the only people that didn't immigrate here. We didn't migrate here. We not refugees to come over here. We not in the immigration system. We didn't have to pledge allegiance and denounce another country just to live here. We didn't do none of that. We not anchor babies. Our parents didn't come over here, didn't had us here. None of that. But they have. They have. And they hate that. They jealous of that. They jealous of that. Because number one, they thought they were going to be our replacement. They were working on it. I ain't going to lie. They were working real hard to be our replacement. Then number two, they came over here to colonize us. But when they found out that Trump made it a way where we are emancipated people, we are children of slaves, we can't be deported. They hate that and that bothers them. That jealousy and envy bothers them because they already come over here with jealousy. They already come over here with envy. But now they see we can't go nowhere. Now they want us to be scared with them. They want us to be scared of if we see an unmarked car drive past our house. They want our heart to be beating fast. You know what I mean? When we go to restaurants and we see ICE come take somebody, they want us to be scared with them. And we just out here popping fans, you know what I'm saying? Well, them fans, and we just popping fans, having fun, enjoying life, talking, trying to get our money right, trying to see what's going to happen in the future. We ain't even thinking about ICE. We're not even thinking about being deported like they is. They want us to be scared like them. They want us to be worried like them. You get what I'm saying? That, and I'm like, damn, bro, like they really are jealous of us. Not just the Africans and Caribbeans, the Mexicans are jealous of us. Because they mad because they not part of the 14th Amendment. They not. There's a lot of white people not part of the 14th Amendment either. They jealous of that, bro. We can trace our family to the 1700s. Some people can go far back than that. And they don't like it. And they jealous of it. And they hate it. I know it burns them up. Like all the contempt, all the anti-blackness they say about us, the rhetoric, the stereotypes, all that stuff they spew. And that one thing they can't get is the citizenship like we have. We emancipated people and they hate that. Oh, they hate that. That burns them up. That's why they doing these scare tactics on us. That's why they doing all these things, because they want us to be fearful, just like them, of being deported.
Y'all, I don't know if y'all have seen that they've basically like repealed Haitians like temporary citizenship rights or something like that. And all in the comments, I'm seeing people be like, well, Black Americans got to worry about this. Black Americans got to worry about this. And I'm just trying to figure out why we get dragged into every single conversation about immigration, for one. And then for two, y'all do realize that Black Americans make up at least 90% of the Black people in this country, right? Like, we are the majority within the minority of being Black. So why is it that everyone wants us to somehow lose our birthright citizenship? And this ain't no shade to Haitian people. It's just, I would say, something that I've noticed, period, when it comes to like ICE, immigration, diaspora wars, whatever. We just get dragged in the middle of it. And of course, I'm hoping and praying for the best for my Haitian brothers and sisters across the diaspora. I have Haitian friends, but I'm going to always speak up for my people. This, like, while we can have concern and hope for the best outcome for y'all, y'all shouldn't be hating on us because we have enough problems as Black American people in this country. Thank you.
Everybody is talking a lot about this birthright citizenship thing that Donald Trump is doing. But I just want to say one thing, because I'm seeing a lot of videos. I just want to say this. Black Americans cannot be deported. The birthright citizenship law, like Trump said, was made for the Black Americans, for the children of the enslaved people. That's how we got our citizenship. We are not immigrants. So what Trump is doing is all the immigrants that came and tried to take advantage of the birthright citizenship thing, which it wasn't for them. He's getting rid of it. He's attempting to get rid of it for that reason. But it doesn't affect us. If your ancestors been in this land for the last 400, 500 years, it doesn't affect us. So I don't know why everybody pushing this propaganda like, oh, we are not immigrants. Black Americans, aka African Americans, are not immigrants. You know, I try to stay out of other people's business. Me personally, I try to stay out of other people's business. I try to mind Black American, aka African American business. But please, with the scare tactic, trying to get Black Americans riled up, that doesn't affect us. So it's like, I'm sorry, but that's not our fight. You know, we are Americans. We are the original Americans. We are the people. Our ancestors are the people that fought in every war, that assisted in building this country. That's us. So if you came from another country or something like that, I feel for you, but you know, I'm on my business. But stop with the propaganda. Like, Americans cannot be deported.
And they'll save that money and they will send it back home.
Yeah.
Many of them come over there to hustle and to send the money back home. And I don't have no problem with them doing that. You understand? But what I do need the African immigrant brother and sister to understand, America will give you opportunity that she will never give me, because you are not a threat. You can be
100%.
deported whenever they feel like it.
True.
You can be stripped of your American citizenship or your green card whenever they feel like it. They can strip me of my citizenship, but where do they send me? Nowhere. We are the only people that cannot be deported. And that's why America can't stand us, even though she's the reason she can't get rid of us.
So I know you said earlier that you don't want to beg anybody to be a part of the movement, basically.
Yes,
right?
or the race.
Right. So, but it just seems like a lot of people are ignorant to what's going on here. So it wouldn't be begging. I just think they need to be educated.
Some immigrants are furious, and it is a sign of jealousy that Black Americans cannot be deported anywhere. They're untouchable. They're untouchable. You have to understand, and you have to agree the truth. Man, Black Americans have done nothing to you. They welcomed you with both hands. They welcomed everyone. They fed everyone. They supported everyone. They supported every business. They supported every move. But then what they received back, man, it's not something good. It's not really something good. Even if there is no love, even if there is no any, you don't feel that, just respect. Have respect to those people who receive you in the country. Because we know some other countries where you can just move to, man, and you can't make it. You can't even succeed. But immigrants come to the United States, they succeed, they get richer, they get money, they get everything. And then, you know, the payback to the host, to the people who received you, you say they are lazy, they don't know how to work. We shouldn't have behaved like that. At least you should have appreciated people who received you. You should have appreciated that simple action. Just appreciation and respect. That's what the Black Americans need. Appreciation and respect. In every society, respect. You respect others, they respect you. But then after that, you wish them to be deported. Where? Where? Because you, the immigrants, you have migrated from somewhere. That's the meaning of immigrants. You have migrated from somewhere here. Why do you want people who are born from there, they own ancestral lands there, and you want them to be deported? Man, that's nonsense. It seems that the good thing the Black Americans do to immigrants, it always backfires them. And then immigrants come to the United States, and then they always claim different parts of the United States as theirs. This part is for Caribbean, this part for Asia, this. But still, you forget, there are people who belong there. Even the time he wasn't there, they were there. You forget it. Some immigrants in the United States are furious that black Americans cannot be deported. Man, I thought it was jokes. People have ignored the truth. Maybe they don't even know that, or they have ignored the reality. They still claim why black Americans cannot be deported. They don't know the history. They don't want to read. They don't even care. For them, they want black Americans to be deported no matter what. They found out that it is impossible. It's not possible to just deport black Americans like the way they deport others. It started when the Latinos were questioning why black Americans can't be deported. Mexicans, same. Africans, same. Saying that, oh, we're the same with black Americans. Why can't black Americans be deported? They always in that delusion of thinking that black Americans have same status as other immigrants, which is not the truth. Black Americans have supported everybody. Let's put respect on those people. They have good hearts. They support each and everybody. So you should pay them back respect. That's all. It started when everyone was scared of deportation. You know, when DT was promising MAGAs that he's going to deport millions of people, man, people have started getting scared. They wonder who is going to be deported. Who is that million people? Then we found out Latinos are being deported, Cubans, Venezuelans, all those people are being deported. Then it comes to Africans. They're also deported because they're immigrants. Somalis, Asians, many people, many communities have faced deportation. But then people, they see that black Americans, why are not getting deported? Why? What's behind that? They always point that you're going to be the next. You black Americans, you're going to be the next. But then they found out black Americans cannot be deported. People should have done their research. Because telling black Americans that you're the next, man, it's like you're ignoring the reality. You're ignoring what's real. For you, you are using your emotions. Your emotions are controlling you, feeling that, man, if I'm being targeted to be deported, so the black Americans have to be deported too, which is impossible. You forget that black Americans have put a stone in the foundation of the country. You forget that black Americans have built the country. They were there building the country, but other immigrants, they do forget. You only think that, oh, they're like us. If they deport us, they're also going to deport them. No way. It is impossible. You ended up getting mad that black Americans can't be deported. You came and found them there. They have history. They have suffered. I always tell you folks that there are some benefits you enjoy in the country that black Americans have suffered for, have fought for, but you forget that. You may be look like, but you don't have the same status. But we don't want to listen, we don't want to hear the truth, and we don't want to understand the simple terms like that. Where do you want to deport black Americans? Where they are right now is where the birthplace is their home. So if you chase them away from their home, where do you want them to go? That's the simple question other immigrants who are furious should answer. You forget that till this moment, some black Americans owns the land. Not from buying. No, not from buying. They own the land from their ancestors. Families, they own the land. Not just from their money, their pockets. No, from ancestors.
Now, that brother explained the situation where how a lot of the immigrants feel, that a lot of them are jealous and downright furious that black Americans can't be deported. Now, let me get to you what it really is. What they really thought about America. See, they thought that the United States of America is a white man's country. I'm going to repeat it again. The immigrants thought in the United States it's a white man's country, and we're here as a immigrant because this is a white man's country. And what the immigrants are finding out, oh no, baby, it's the black man's country too. The black American man and woman and children's country too. And that we can't be deported because we are the foundation of this country. We built this country. So when we say we built the country, well, you are the foundation of this country. That's why some people are saying foundational Black Americans, right? Because we are the foundation.
If you can make Haitians angry at Black America, you don't have to answer questions about racism and inequality. Everybody is fighting, and the people at the top get to sit back and watch. That is the part that bothers me the most. That is the part that bothers me the most. That is the part that bothered me the most. We don't have to pretend that Black Americans and Haitian America have exactly the same history. They don't. But having different histories does not mean we have to become enemies. Black Americans have their history. Haitian Americans have their history. Caribbean people have their history. African immigrants have their history. But there is still a large Black diaspora connecting many of their stories. And Haitian itself has an incredible importance place in Black America or Black history. The Haitians' revolutions become one of the most important. So when we talk about Black freedom, Haitian is part of that vision. At the same time, we also have to respect the unique struggle of Black Americans. Nobody should be told that their pain doesn't matter. That is not solidarity. Real solidarity means being able to say, your struggle is real, and my struggle is real too. We can disagree, we can criticize each other, we can talk about problems inside our community, but we should not allow those disagreements to make us forget who has the power to change these policies. And let's remember something else. Immigration is not just about people crossing a border. It is about human beings. It is about mothers. It is about fathers. It is about children. It is about people who have spent years building a life somewhere and suddenly being told that their future is uncertain. Imagine going to work every day, paying your bills, raising your children, building your home, and then finding out that a political decision could completely change your life. That fear is real. And I don't think we should celebrate someone suffering just because they come from another country. At the same time, I don't think Haitian people should dismiss the concern of Black America either. If there are attention between communities, we should talk about them honestly. But the answer can't be hatred. The answer should be conversation, understanding, and organizing. Because at the end of the day, working class black people in America and working class immigrants often have something very important in common. We are all trying to survive. We are dealing with expensive housing. We are dealing with rising prices. We are dealing with difficult jobs. We are dealing with different systems that often seem more interested in fighting than helping ordinary people. So instead of asking, which Black group deserve more, maybe we should ask, why are ordinary people being forced to fight over such limited opportunities in the first place? That is the conversation I want us to talk here. I know some people are going to disagree with me. That is okay. If you are a Black American and you feel frustrated because you believe other communities have not always stood with you, I hear that. Your history matters. Your family history matters. The struggle your ancestors went through matters. But I also want us to be careful about turning that frustration against Haitian people as a whole. Because Haitian people are not the government. Your Haitian neighbor did not create American immigration system. The Haitian family walking down the street did not create racism. Neither children going to school that creates economic inequality. And the Black America also. And the Black America family struggle to survive did not create those problems either. So why are ordinary people fighting each other? That is the question we need to ask. And I think this is where solidarity becomes important. Solidarity does not mean we argue on everything. It doesn't mean we ignore problems. It doesn't mean Black Americans have to forget their history. And it doesn't mean Haitian Americans can't be criticized when they make mistakes. It simply means refuse to allow our differences to become an excuse for treating each other like enemies. Because once we start believing that another black community is the enemy, we have already fallen into the trap. And honestly, social media make this even worse. A short video can make two communities look like they are at war. People get angry, people started insulting each other, people start making generalization, and suddenly millions of people are fighting over a few minutes of footage. Meanwhile, the actual policy decisions are happening somewhere else. That is why I want us to slow down, watch the full story, learn the history, check the facts, and most importantly, don't let anger make you forget your community. Because it's the end of the day. A Haitian mother wants her children to be safe. A black American mother wants her children to be safe. A Haitian father wants to provide for his family. Also, a black American father wants to provide for his family. Those hopes are not enemies. They are human. And that is why I believe we need a bigger conversation about immigration, racism, economic inequality, and black solidarity. We can talk about the problem between our communities without destroying each other. We can disagree without being enemy. And we can hold people accountable without blaming an entire race of nationality. Because if we spend all our energy fighting each other, we lose the power to demand better from the people actually making these decisions. So my question to everyone watching is, are we going to keep fighting each other, or are we going to start asking who benefits from our division? Because I believe we deserve better. Black America deserve better. Haitian America deserve better. And every family simply deserve better. And every family simply try to live safely and build a future deserves better. We should not allow politicians, social media, or anybody else to convince us that there is only room for one black community to succeed. There is room for all of us. We can protect our history. We can respect each other's struggles. And we can still fight for a system that problem. If you watch this far, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think black Americans and Haitian Americans are being pushed against each other? Or do you think there are deeper issues between the community that we need to address? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this conversation, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.